Hi viewers, good day. I'm coming to you live on Majesty Christian Television Network. My name is Apostle Helido Dokino. And today we have something very special your way. So make sure that you get somebody to join you in this broadcast. And also feel free to call us on 020 160. The beat is on again, talking about overweight and, uh, and obesity. As we know that this topic is on in this moment because it has been observed that so many people are overweight and many have entered into obesity. So all over the world, people are looking for solution on how to give people a healthy lifestyle. So our topic today is the psychology and discipline of having a healthy lifestyle. For your information, this program is being powered by the City Council of Amsterdam Municipality. So feel free to give us a call because we have professionals in the studio who will be doing justice to this topic. As an introduction, an important aspect of maintaining a healthy lifestyle is not just doing the talk or theory, since most people are struggling with the discipline of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So there's obviously a measure of mental and personal discipline to this whole subject matter. That means we have to have a lifestyle which is healthy, and then there's going to be a need to have a mental and personal discipline if we are to achieve or if we are to be successful in having people who are lesser obese or who are lesser overweight. So in this program, we want to look at how to develop a psychological regimen to support and to keep a healthy body weight. Our guests are from mine, all right? We have Sana Summer, who is a nutritionist from Amsterdam. Sana, welcome to Majesty Christian Television Network.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming. And then we have at the middle there, the only man in the panel is Mr. Frank Wildenbush, who is an actor and also an activist for a healthy lifestyle. Frank, welcome, please.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Majesty TV. And not the least, anyway, even though he is the last as at this moment. She is Caroline Levendag, a dietitian from the Sea Center in Amsterdam Southeast. Her specialty is working with people who want to lose weight and with people who have the so-called irritable bowel syndrome. Welcome, Caroline.
Thanks.
Thanks
for having me.
Thank you for being here. I really don't know what you mean by you are helping people with irritable bowel syndrome. What does that mean?
Okay, lots of people have bowel problems, but they're not diagnosed in any other way. Then there's a bit of, there's nothing to do, but they have complaints. And then if you go to the dietitian, often there can be things done so you have less complaints, and it can be very invalidating, the bowel symptoms.
Okay.
So it's a part of diets.
Diet, okay. All right, thank you all for being in this panel. And Mr. Frank, you are an activist.
Yes.
And also an actor.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, an actor is then I'm making theater.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is also that I was enormous, and I lost a lot of weight. And now I am on my way. I'm trying in the form of a play, trying to tell people, please don't let it go that far that I had to have two operations to lose the weight. Wow. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Awesome. But I would also say to them, don't take me as an example, because I'm an extreme case.
Really?
Yes, really.
Okay, we're going to talk about that later on. And Sana, you are a nutritionist.
I am, yes.
So what are you really doing in our community? Or what are you doing
I
as a
help.
nutritionist?
I
Yes.
help women with their health problems. So it can go from weight loss to hormone balance, fertility,
Yeah.
getting pregnant, all issues that they might have. I help
Really?
them. Yes.
Wow, this is awesome. Even getting pregnant.
Well, people might need some extra help.
Oh, okay. All right. So, all of you who are watching us from different parts of the world, these are the panelists, and you can see that they are seasoned man and women, people who have read and they are professionals and they are capable of doing justice to this discussion. So feel free to give us a call on the studio line on 020-33-74-160. If you are calling from outside the Netherlands, remember to put 31, then 20, then 33-74-160. So we are on Majesty TV, live. Now the first question is it right for people, to have this guilt or have stress, when they have opportunity to enjoy meals during maybe festive times, and then they have the worry of losing calories and what are they gonna do? What are they gonna eat? And what are they going to avoid? Is it really good that people have to go through all of this sort of guilt, which make them they cannot really feel free to eat good as they would like to when festive moods come? Or is there any other better way of handling this dilemma?
I think it has to start on what your sort of lifestyle is. That if you do have the basic nutrition there, so basic healthy eating principles, yes, you can let go a little bit on the festivities. But if you carry so much guilt, then it comes into emotional issue as well. So you will become a bit of an emotional eater. And then you sort of have to think about, well, why am I feeling guilty about it? Is it because, okay, this is 200 calories versus 500 calories?
Yeah.
So you have to sort of just go back a bit and just say, why am I getting anxious about it? Is it because I'm, trying to lose weight? However you go about it, but I think you sort of have to be quite honest with yourself.
Yeah.
It says,
But
yes, of course I can enjoy myself, but then I can go back to it. I can go back to it on next day, but then just also think about why it's making so anxious about it.
I think it's a lot wider because first you all have to ask, why am I eating? And it starts with your parents. What is food means in your life? And when I'm talking about me, food was a lot like give the boy something to eat. So he will be satisfied, so that's what I start. And I think that is a lot, and especially because we've been talking about there are men and women in this life, and men are eaters, men are providers, so give the man food, so that's what you have to ask, why we start, when we start, why wouldn't we start very young and look at boys and girls? The girls have to cook and the boys have to eat.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to change that.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe we have to change because food, the way we start with food.
Yeah.
So it's not even calories or things. Sure, that is, but start why do and especially in culture, especially in some cultures, why is food so important, and in other cultures why is food not that
so
important?
Okay, let me go back to Sana. You said the people can they can forget about the food during the festive period?
Not forget about it, but just think about saying, well, yes, there's a festivity coming, like let's say a wedding or anything like that.
Yeah.
But then if you got the healthy diet, healthy lifestyle anyway, you sort of know to which ones to choose from, really. But if there is issues with your weight and if you're obese, then of course you have the temptation to go overboard. But if you still, have a half a portion of something, that is a healthy option, that just go overboard and eating, and then have the guilt feelings coming over as well from it.
But can one just say, yes, before you come in, Caroline, can one say, okay, let me just eat it now for today, since it's a festive mood, let me just eat, and then tomorrow I go back to my
Depends
diet.
on a person.
Is that enough to make somebody to gain weight, Frank?
Well, while we were talking, I was thinking about something else. Why is it always pointing at the big person? What about the aunt? What about the uncle who is saying, "Oh, stop, you will do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, you can eat today. Don't listen to this dietist or to this woman.
Yeah.
I mean, you live once. You live only once. Go and eat. Tomorrow we will talk about it." So it's not a one person issue. It's a village person. It's a whole country issue.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody forces you to eat. What do you think, Caroline?
Well,
I don't need to go and blame the uncle and the aunt because they said to you, eat. You know yourself. You know what you want to achieve. So
I think
nobody.
it's about setting goals. I think it's about personal goals and how you want to achieve them. And you set a goal for yourself, and I think it should be not too big, so you can make little steps and succeed. That's important. And if you go to a party and you've said to yourself, okay, I take three plates of this and nothing further, even though I take 5 and I have no plan.
Yeah.
And you don't succeed, then you have to go back and see, hey, how's that? Is that my aunt who's been there? Do I feel sick, or I'm not feeling? Do I feel emotional because something happened which I hadn't
Wow.
anticipated? So I think it's. I would keep it small. I would say, okay, what's your goal? How you're going to do that? If going to a party is a difficult thing for you, then what's your plan? And if you don't succeed, how come? Or what can you do next time? What can you learn from it? So then you keep positive.
But let me just ask you this practical question. Have you been to any festive mood and then you didn't eat anything there?
Yes, sometimes what sometimes happens is that people, if they are on a diet and they're too strict, and they go and don't have anything and they feel strong, and then afterwards they come home
Yeah.
and they go to the fridge and they go all the way.
Exactly.
And then you're feeling even lower, even smaller. So if you can do it and you're fine and there's nothing going to happen, that might be your solution. But quite often it does not include a solution. It ends up in a different way, making people small.
But isn't it also a lifestyle change? Because you have to make a plan, and we don't want to make plans because you're talking about festivities. You're about take this 200 calories or 500 calories. That means that you have to make a plan, and when you're already in a cycle of eating too much, a plan doesn't work. So you have to go back to the beginning, from the start, to say like, and that's what when I begin with say, why do we eat?
Yeah.
Because it's not only because it's so easy to put something in your mouth, it's very difficult to put something in your head.
But I think the only moment you can make a change is
Your
the
voice.
moment
Make
that
a
you
plan.
really want to change. There's more gaining than losing. That's the moment that you might consider to change things, and if that's by your operation or by going on a diet, and if it's due to getting health problems or feeling not fine in your body, that's different for people. But I think there's a moment in which you say, okay, I'm losing too much by continuing the way I do.
And you're allowed to fail.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You are
Yes.
allowed
it's
to.
normal.
Yeah,
to
it is.
It's normal to fail. The only thing is, what do you do with that? Do you learn something from it? And you might grieve from it because it's hard. If you fail, you lose something. It's like mourning. It's really hard. So that's okay if you step back. If you're sick, you go and lay in your bed for a day, and then afterwards you come along and you get better and you can do things again.
But that's why I say it's a family thing, because if you fail, I'm an example of that. I failed many, many, many times.
Okay.
And the people around me, you know, my family, that was different, but people around you, you know, you fail, you're gaining weight, you know, so, and you're afraid to go outside because you gain weight, and then the people say, loser, look at him, instead of losing the weight. So that makes that you go on eating a lot. So that's why I'm repeating it again. It's not only putting
No,
food
no,
in your
I
mouth.
agree with you. It is a social support. You absolutely 100% need that, and it's good if you are trying to lose weight, that you will tell people,
Yeah.
a close family, saying this is what I'm trying to do, so they will, they will know where you stand as well, and they're there to help you
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, I think that's why I think it's and like we
So that
here.
means you don't need to be exposed to the places that would make you eat when you don't want to eat. Is that the support you mean?
I mean, in family support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, of course, there's big events going to happen.
Yes.
But
like
they
the
will,
birthdays
but they
and
will,
all
they
of
will
those
know
stuff.
if your family knows what you're trying to do as well. It will help. It will definitely help. Of course, there are people who will try to say, well, why are you not eating this, or have a bit more. It will be tough. It will definitely be
But
tough.
it's also if you're on a birthday party and
Yeah.
someone's made a cake and they say, oh, do you want a slice? And then you say, no, I'm on diet. It's like saying no to the person, but you're
Exactly.
only saying no
Exactly.
to the cake.
Yeah.
So, and people you see quite often, you better take them apart on another moment and talk about why you set your goals, what you want to achieve, and how they can help you.
Okay.
Instead of in the moment, sometimes it's hard because people feel like,
Yes.
oh, but I really cooked this and I did
Yeah.
an effort,
Yeah,
and now
it's
you're
true.
saying no
It's
to
true.
me.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
hard.
true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, because food is it's very important, and food refusing food in my culture
Yeah.
is an insult.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
it's an insult.
Yeah.
Of course, if I
Yes.
put
People cook,
I
cook
work.
for hours.
Exactly, and I'm
It's
putting
really
this food,
true.
and you say, "Oh no, I'm on a diet."
No, it's
What do you
not
mean
fair.
you're on the
I saw-
diet? You're going to eat my food because I work in the kitchen for you. You know, and
It's about that.
No,
that
is better
I
before you.
sometimes advise
Sorry,
people
dear.
to say, okay, take it and say, oh, it smells nice, and then if you can, if you're not if it's not tempting, then just leave the plate somewhere and go elsewhere, and then you are out of the moment, you're out of the tension. But that's hard if you really
Yeah.
think, oh, it smells nice, it feels good.
Oh, so you, the dietitian, does dietary control actually control, or does it actually influence positive weight loss?
It's trying to change your habits to achieve your goals.
But have you from your practice
Yes.
have you really seen people who eventually lost?
Yes, I've people, and sometimes they come for years, and then
Oh,
they
years?
don't. Yes, because losing the weight, it's the easy part, and that's strange because that's hard. And then if you've lost the weight, sometimes you think, oh, I'm never gonna be like that again. So I'm done now. So I'm fine. And then your old habits come back. People
Yeah.
don't support you as much, and they think, oh,
Yeah.
you're fine.
Yeah.
And then the kilos come back, and then you can do two things. You can come back for 1 or 2 consultations, and then you're right on track. And then that's why people sometimes come for years, not
Yeah, yeah.
in the actual dieting phase, but sometimes afterwards to be aware, okay, I'm still have to work on it, and I really want to keep the weight off. And sometimes it's another phase, so there are new things you have to talk about. But I see, and that's very encouraging, I see people losing weight.
Oh, that's
They
good.
can, they really can, but they have to set small goals. It's like if you want to go walk, then you won't say to your mom, well, I'm fine, I'm gonna have a walk when you're 1 year old. It's not gonna happen. You're gonna stumble, you're gonna fall, and then you have to get up, and your mother gives you a kiss and puts you right back on your feet, and then
Yeah.
you learn how to walk.
Yeah,
If she would have slapped you every time you failed, you would never have walked.
it's true.
It's like that.
but isn't that also because you're the professional? I'm some sort of a professional.
You
but,
are too.
But the thing is that what I discovered, I'm very old. I'm not going to say how old I am, but I discovered that, and my plan is that I'm a lifelong patient. That means I'm a lifelong. I need help to contain this weight.
Yeah.
Don't let me go. That's what I also
Yes.
say to you and to you.
Yes.
Because many times also in the professional world, in this hospitals,
Yeah.
they give you 1 year. But in 1 year, don't forget that you see maybe a dietitian 4 times or 3 times, and you see a psychologist 2, 3 times. Sorry, I'm waving too much with my hands.
No, it's
but
okay.
you know, and but that doesn't, because it's because when you got big, it took years,
Yes,
and
exactly.
so
Absolutely.
why
So-
in
Yeah.
one
Giving
year?
you a
So
1 year to
getting to
lose.
a new behavior, it takes you years.
Yes,
does.
And it
Yeah.
will be, it's like a kind of soft spot or a weakness.
Yeah.
So you will be triggered.
but maybe we
So-
have to be. Maybe we have to do it. Why, if other I can, maybe I'm not allowed to use this word cancer, but why cancer patient have a long time treatment and they will come back after a couple of years for remission, and why when you're obese, after a year they say, okay, you're fine now.
Oh,
You know, so maybe we have to hit our fist on the table and say we need this support our lifelong.
And
Absolutely.
in science, they say obesity is a lifelong sickness. It's a chronic
Thank you.
issue.
Wow.
It's recognized like that. Only
Yes.
the care is not like that.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
too costly.
really?
The government say, oh,
Wow.
no, just 3 hours and that's enough.
Yeah.
But in science, it says it's a chronic disease.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you're open
Chronic
about it,
disease.
because,
Wow.
because it's
Yeah.
not only. That's why I'm sitting here also, and I
Chronic
think these two
disease.
ladies. It is a
Right.
disease, and it's not only it is sometimes it's. I call myself an addict. I'm an addict. I'm a recovering addict, but I'm an addict. You know, and many people don't want to. That's something also. Let's get the bull by the horn. You know, if you don't call me a little bit overweight. No, I'm overweight. I'm overweight because when I go to the doctor won't say to me, Frank, oh, you're a good actor. The doctor will say, you're morbido obesitas. You know, so okay. That's
Wow. Well, those of you who are watching this program, remember you can call us on 02033 74160. We are talking about the psychology and discipline of having a healthy lifestyle. So feel free to call us and ask your question to any of the professionals who are here. Now, let me ask this. Does eating disorder play any special role in people getting obese, overweight? I mean, there are people who don't eat regularly at the right time when they're supposed to eat. Does it, by any chance, play a role?
I think if you look at some eating disorders, some of them they get set on because people going on a strict diet and they're feeling the strain of, oh, I can do this, I'm really good at it, and then they divide the food in things you can have and things you can't have,
Yeah.
and that's but then you can't do that for the rest of the years
No.
to come. So then you will fail in your head, and then you'll go overboard because you're doing the wrong food. And if people do that cycle a few times, they can get either a binge eating disorder or bulimia. And of course, sometimes an eating disorder is also a way to showcase other problems lying underneath. So it might be two, but I think sometimes
Yeah, I completely agree.
can
Yes.
come from just starting a diet.
Yes, it's what I've seen in my practice as well. It's like starts from teenagers as well. If you got eating disorders, that is the body image, and it's for children. Well, for the younger, 16, 17-year-olds, it's what people talk about, and what's the ideal body as well.
Yeah.
And that can sort of shift your eating habits. And like Caroline says, yes, if you go on strict diets and if it keeps going on and on and on, your body just gets a bit of a shock as well.
Yeah.
And this can definitely contribute into maybe, binge eating or anorexias and all these sort of type of things.
Yes.
So, yes, it's definitely the mental side of it as well.
Yeah, and Juan Walter from the GGD always said to me, like, not because you're being overweight doesn't always have to be unhealthy. Because the thing with me is that when I was 86 kilo heavier, I didn't feel unhealthy. Because I was not walking, I was not sporting, so I felt I was okay. So it's
So you didn't put yourself in places that you
when I lost the 86 kilo, I have more problems
86,
now.
really?
So
Yeah,
that's-
I have more
Wow.
problems now. I have arthrosis, I have rheuma. If you see, one shoulder is lower, and things like that. I have to take a lot of pills. So that's why I say that it's a long life struggle.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't have to.
Did you do operation to lose or what? Because
Yeah,
it is
I had 2
kilos.
operations. That's why I
Oh.
don't take me as an example.
Wow.
Don't take me as an example, and also they are different. There are people. Most of the people have to lose 50 kilos, 50 or 60 kilo, and you have less people who have to lose 10 kilo. So we have to a lot concentrate on the people or the obese and not the slightly overweight, because
Yeah.
that's a totally different.
That's not a chronic disease I meant
No.
too. If you're 5 kilos overweight, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
That's not what I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
we're talking about
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah, because there is a lot coming more when you are a lot more overweight, because sitting in the bus, sitting on this chair, when I was 86 kilo, I would not sit here. I would not fit in
You're
this
gonna
chair.
break it.
You would not
How
invite me.
do you go to toilet? The toilet.
That's a big problem also.
Because
to
you
go.
break the
You
system.
cannot wipe your behind
Why?
properly.
Why?
Because your hand cannot go in the back.
Oh,
You
Practical.
practical. Oh, sure.
I mean, the
don't
sickness
wanna
are coming out really.
That's
So,
why modern
some
chairs
other-
for big people are not going to. I don't know if you can make for IKEA places like that. I didn't care for that because what could I buy there?
Oh.
So it's a lot bigger problem than we just now for half an
Sitting
hour we
and
talk
just
about
talking.
food.
No.
Food is just food. You put it in your mouth. Walk into the bus, sitting in the train. I used to
You
have.
can't even fly.
You
Except
cannot fly.
maybe-
I have always first class ticket in the train.
Yes.
Because I didn't fit in the second class.
Wow.
And maybe it's, maybe it's, and it's not only me.
So
The
many
only
other-
thing what we do is we look at these fat people and say, Jesus, I don't hope he comes to sit beside me. But think about it, how this person feels. Because it's a lot more than, and you both know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know
You
that
know,
people
you-
going
because-
on the terrace, then they think, okay, I can't sit there, can't
Yeah.
sit there. Okay, just walk on, because
Exactly.
Can we make an appointment? Don't say that fat people are funny, because we're not. Not because we're not because we're smiling, we'll say that we are smiling.
you mean the cliche.
It's the cliche. It's
Yeah.
easy to smile. Oh, Frank is coming.
inside.
Oh, it's going to be fun. No, it's not. But because I don't want you to talk about me that I'm so overweight, I'm going to make a joke so the attention is not on me anymore.
Oh, really? That's then living a schizophrenic life?
Yeah. So why is it
Because you're
when
not
a fat
being
people
yourself.
when a fat people we're going to lab. Why is this stupid thing like the showing over till a fat lady sings? I'm getting angry
What
now.
but what you're saying too is also interesting, because you're saying I had an operation and I still have to work on it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I see. I think nowadays bariatrische chirurgie operations are a bit, that's a nice solution.
Yeah,
But people
no,
forget
no.
that they have to work the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And that the operation won't be the solution. There's just a start
It's
of
a
another
start.
That's a new
life.
treatment,
Yes.
And
yes.
another lifestyle,
Yeah.
but you still have to work out. You still have to watch what you're eating.
Yeah.
You still have to do everything you would have to do, also without the operation.
And it's even worse because you cannot eat everything
No.
anymore.
And it might be very inconvenient.
It-
Very
it's-
inconvenient.
Wow.
It is.
Wow.
So it might be rather invalidating, and then.
So that's why it's not. I'm not an example.
But people
No.
try. Sometimes
You
people
are.
go
You know how it
and
works.
see, it's a nice solution. Like whether there was a pill. If I could
Yes.
take that,
Yeah.
then everything would be solved. And
Yeah.
it's not
yeah.
like that.
It's not like that
But
at
it's,
all.
the
the other-
kilos didn't
But the
come
other
over in
thing
2
is,
weeks, did it?
What you're
Yeah.
describing, just walking to the bus and
Yeah.
things like that, every kilo you lose makes a difference.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
So
totally.
you
Yeah.
don't
That's true.
have to go to a normal weight.
No.
If you start losing,
Yes.
you'll get better. You feel fitter. You
Yeah.
feel and
Yes.
More
so
healthy too.
You don't make it too big.
No,
It is
no.
big, but
Step by
don't.
step,
Yeah.
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 Well, let's talk about the nutritional aspect now. how does the food we eat, how does it affect our mood and the behavior of people?
It has a huge effect on our mood.
Huh?
It has. Whatever you put in your body, you want to eat nutrient-rich foods, which
Okay.
is, bring back to the basics: vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and meat, fish, and eggs. Start from basics. Because if we keep on buying these sort of processed, high-sugar foods, it gives you the high for maybe for an hour or so, but you're feeling pretty dreadful afterwards.
But some of these items you've just mentioned to to us, we don't. In US they will say soul food. Give me the soul food.
Yes.
This
soul
doesn't
food-
fall among the soul food.
But soul food can be really nicely home-cooked food, can't it? So it could be really sort of
Yes.
nurturing for your soul.
Yeah.
So it's all about what you actually buy, what do you put in your mouth. You want to nurture your body, but you want to nurture your mind as well, because everything's connected.
Yeah.
But you have to also think about soul food 10 years ago and soul food now.
Yeah. Soul
This
food
is what,
now
what
doesn't
you
have a
say.
lot of
This is
fat.
what you. Yes, so it's no soul food anymore. It's pain food. You
What?
call it's not soul food. It's pain food anymore because your grandmother or your mother used to make soul food and
Yes.
used to cook. Start at 8 o'clock in the morning, and at 1 o'clock the food was ready. And now when you make food, in half an hour the meat is cooked. So then you know that there's something wrong with that meat. Why is it so quickly ready? Why
Because
is
we have a faster system, We have a faster system of
It's also
of
with the
cooking.
fufu. People make mashed potato. They make it with the dried potato,
Yeah,
with,
potato, yeah.
with the dried
Yes.
plantain,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
dried
yeah,
green
yeah,
banana.
yeah.
I think, okay, that's not how you should cook it.
No,
Buy a proper
exactly.
potato. Buy a proper
Don't buy in a
banana
packet.
and cook it.
Which one?
Don't buy in a packet.
then
Buy a
make it
proper,
Yeah.
vegetables. That's where it starts.
Yeah.
It's all about, buy real food.
Yeah,
Don't-
but the fufu you're talking about, you
Yeah.
can't buy it in a packet. How would you?
No,
Yes.
but the mashed potato or the green banana, you can buy dried, and then you put water on it.
Yeah.
It's a totally different kind of potato mash
Yeah,
than
yeah.
when you make it from fresh potatoes.
Oh,
Absolutely.
It's
Yes,
if
yes,
you
yes,
look
yes.
at the nutritional standards,
It's
it's,
true,
totally
it's true.
different.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a good idea because when we start talking, we talk about festival. When you go, you eat that food.
Yeah.
Maybe you can go start to say, Auntie, is that dry banana or is it a real banana? If it's a dry banana, I don't eat it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and that's a huge difference in
There
the
is a huge
effect it
difference,
has
yeah.
on your
Yeah.
body.
it's true. So the fresh ones are better than the dry ones.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we
Yes.
have a question from the
Because
audience.
So let me just ask this question. I was just wondering, talking about the freshly prepared fufu and the processed one. How do I say it?
With
The
mashed
dry
potato,
one, the
the
dry
dry
one.
The
ones.
processed one.
Yeah,
What is different in terms of the nutritional content?
a lot.
Please tell us because
Okay.
I think people ought to know about this.
At least the salt. The salt in the dried ones is really very high, and a lot of people with dark skin have hypertension problems.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the salt is really an issue. And also in the dried ones, it's more processed. So and people make it a bit firm, so they use more carbohydrates in it.
Yeah.
And the carbohydrates there in it, there are a lot less fibers. So the carbohydrates give more sugar peaks than the proper ones.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's a
And
big,
not-
big
Yeah.
difference.
And normally when they are highly processed,
Yeah.
then you actually destroy the good minerals and vitamins during the processing period. So you might not necessarily have the same amount of nutrients that you would have from actual fresh potatoes.
Really?
So you are saying,
It's a small
let me just be clear
difference.
here,
Yeah, yeah.
for the sake of our audience. So what you are saying here is that when it is dry, it has the salt content is
Higher,
higher.
way higher, way higher.
Wow. Is that only to the fufu or is to every food?
It's for every food that you make from the dried processed one and then make it with water. That all of that contains lots of sugar.
It's also a
That's true.
surprise for
Yeah.
me, I knew
Wow.
something like that.
So that means the flour we use to bake, that's dry as well. The flour
The
we
flour,
use to
you
bake.
mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
bake
that,
all
well,
of
it's,
this
it's, it's
takeaway.
different
That's
though.
not the one.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not the flour. The flour.
The
if
flour
it's
is
just
different.
The,
Yeah.
the oat or the things grained, that's no problem. Then there's nothing added to it to keep it good. But if you have the potatoes, they have to dry them and things like that, and then they add the salt to keep it good.
It's basically
Otherwise it's
processed
not
food,
houdbaar.
Yeah.
and
But
that's
then you
normally
do
with
it that
all.
way.
They normally with processed foods, which comes with a package,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
ready in a second or
They
2 minutes
must
or
put
something
water,
like
put
that.
salt in
They
it.
put, so like you said,
Yes.
salt, a lot of sugar to make it
And
taste
also,
nice.
yes,
Yeah.
salt is also tasty. So
Oh.
if you have a product and the fabric doesn't add any salt, then you think, oh, I'll buy the other one because that's
Yeah.
not so good. So if you add salt, then you add taste.
Oh,
So
yes.
it's always good to read the label, and if you don't understand what's in the label,
Yes.
don't buy it.
But there is also a difference between processed food and dry food. Because where we come from, you dry a lot of food, the bananas,
Yeah.
because you have to
Yes,
keep it
that's-
for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
that's
so
different.
yeah, or like the fish,
Or the fish,
you
yeah.
know, that's
Yeah, yeah,
different.
yeah.
So
Yes.
we still
Yes.
can use that.
But
Also.
sometimes
exactly,
the
that's
fish
a
is
good
also
way.
dried with salt on it.
Yeah.
And then that's not good. Because then you have, because you take the salt on it to
Yeah.
get the moist out, and then you have dried fish, but
Wow.
it's very, very
Because
salty.
But we used to cook it.
Bacalhau.
Bacalhau,
Yes,
we,
bacalhau,
we,
it's
I
too
learned
salty.
from.
It's great, but
no, but
that's-
I
It's
learned
too
that we have
salty.
to
You have
cook
to
it
wash
three.
it.
It's too
No,
salty.
we cook it.
Yes, but
You have to cook it 3 times to get the salt,
Salt out.
But
the
actually
salt
you
out.
should first wash it,
Oh, first wash it and then.
and then.
Is
but
it
then
the same with
still
the
there's-
salt
There's
flakes?
still a
The
bit of
salt
high
flakes as
salt.
well.
Salt,
in it,
is
yeah.
it the same?
The salt flakes
Yes,
as well. That is
yes,
another one.
Yes, the same one.
It's so salty.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same, and it's because of the way it's prepared of being made to last long. It contains a lot of salt, and
Yeah,
a lot of
because-
the people are their blood pressure goes up by food like that.
So we have to, but that's good because that's also we learn. So you know, because that's a whole package of obesitas, and because that it's not one issue.
Yeah.
And it's
No, because if you look at hypertension and obesity, it's all risky for your heart disease.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It comes together.
yeah.
You're
Can I
going
say
to-
something very
Yes.
personal also? A lot of people. That's what when you're obese, watch out with your teeth because you will lose your teeth also. I lost all my teeth.
Yeah? Or your what?
Your teeth because you make please help me with this because
Yeah.
I didn't know a lot of obese people have problem with their teeth.
Really?
And, yes, and the people don't talk about it because you take different food, so the calcium you don't take that much calcium, and calcium is good for your teeth.
Yeah.
And and that's also something when you lose the weight a lot, also your teeth are not that strong.
But it might be also the same
When
with
you lose
back-
weight.
Yeah,
Yes.
sometimes with people
Wait,
with back problems too. If they are overweight, their back's fine, and then they're losing weight, and then it's also coming a bit loose, and then it doesn't always make you feel nice.
No, that's
So
what I say.
It's better, but it because in advance the fat is gonna keep everything
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
And if you're losing the fat,
Exactly.
everything's gonna shift a bit more, and you have
Wow.
some
Yeah.
more pain.
So
Might be
don't
the
let it go
case.
too far, because otherwise you have to. Like me, I lose a lot of weight, but I have arthrose. I have to go 2 times a week to a physiotherapist to stay healthy. I have to sport 3 times, and when I was so much overweight, I didn't sport, but I didn't have that problem.
So better not to really gain the weight
Yes,
than
the
to
Absolutely.
gain
prevention.
it
Yeah.
and begin
Yes.
to look for a way to lose it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if
Yes.
it has all these disadvantages,
Yes.
then I was just wondering, then what is good then?
Yeah. That's why I made.
Yeah.
That's why I made a plate out of it.
Wow.
And
Okay.
also the other thing is because many people don't know that is because if you're overweight, you might get a lot of ontstekingen. How
Yes.
is it called?
No, say it like it is. You cannot wash yourself properly.
Yes,
Really?
that like that,
I'm
but
so
also
embarrassed.
internally,
Yes.
like slijmbeursontsteking, things like that. They might come from being overweight.
Very much cold. You can get easy cold because your body cannot your temperature. Because many people say like big people, oh, you're never cold.
Huh?
But when I'm cold, I'm cold.
It's because they
And
use
when
it
I'm
as
hot,
you got
I'm hot.
insulation, but that's wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot that people don't know. You know, and because it's a world, and
true.
it's a world that we don't talk about it easily, because we are ashamed to talk about
And the
it.
norm is being like that.
Yes.
A bit curved,
Yeah.
of course, but so you're like you're no good. So you have to you have to be good, and then you can come along and you can talk along, and that's really a thing about the society nowadays. I
And
guess.
can I talk for women? It's not
Yes.
a women problem. It's
No.
also a man's problem.
What?
But we, being overweight, but we always push it under the table because a big man is a wealthy man.
Yeah.
But it also can be a sick man.
Yes, exactly. But that was the old mentality. So I
No.
don't think people
Sometimes
still
No,
have that.
it's still
It's with
now.
I don't
women
think
too.
people
The
still
women
think
I
about-
see sometimes they really don't want to lose too much weight because
They want to have the
then
yeah.
it's
They
not-
want to do what?
they like themselves more when they're a bit overweight, because even though it's not healthier, it's like a cultural thing, I guess.
Yes, it's
Yes.
like we call it
Yeah.
a big boat.
Yes.
We call it
They
a big.
feel that
Yes,
the more
the boat have to wiggle a little bit. Yes, that's what they call it. In Suriname, when
That's really true.
a woman say, "Oh, there goes the boat. Look at the boat. She's healthy."
Yes.
But there is a difference. Please help me with this. There is a difference between being
Healthy.
being big in 20, 30 years ago than
Yes.
being big now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because with all the food, and you are the professionals, you know the food is not making you like a
That
guitar
way.
figure.
Yeah.
No, it makes you like a pillar.
No, it's
Yeah.
not the food. It's you dieting. You trying to eat what is good for your body. It's
No.
making you have. I call it size 11. You know, so that's size 11 because before
Yeah.
people want to have size 8. You know, size 8. So they are big and they are big.
Yeah.
But now they have size 11 because it's. Like
No, but if you
one,
eat,
one,
I'm
it's
sorry,
11.
but if you,
You know?
now
Isn't that?
people think that you're healthy because you eat a muesli bar. Please help me. Tell me
You
how
eat
much
what?
a muesli bar. And,
Muesli bar.
Tell
You
me
know.
how much sugar there is in it.
There can be a lot of sugar, especially the shop
You know,
ones.
But,
And-
but not even only with the sugar bars. I meet a lot of people who eat all day long nuts and salmon and avocado and things, and there are maybe 3,000 calories, and they say, I can't understand, I don't lose weight. And I think, yeah, okay, it's healthy food, but you still can't eat it.
Depend how much
There
you
are.
eat it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they are
Yeah.
eating more. You're
Yes.
eating more.
Well,
Yes,
it's- if
they
it's-
think it's healthy,
Exactly.
so I can have as much as I want, and that's
Oh.
not the case.
No,
If
because-
it's healthy, there's still calories in it, and
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
still a calorie restriction if you want to lose weight.
Like
Yeah.
if I give my clients recommendation, good fats in and good minerals and vitamins in nuts,
Yeah.
you have a handful or
Yeah.
half a handful, and
Not
it's
a
not
bag.
to have the whole box, which people got a habit of going because they just snap it,
Yeah.
and no one even notices it's gone. Like end of the day, the whole box.
Can
so
I
it's
say
got to be a
something?
bit more
Because
sensible.
before I used we called the play Kophonger. The first name for the title for the play was Water is voor dieren.
Yes.
Water is for animals. You know, because it's very strange to have water here. Normally you have syrup or you have Fernandez. We don't drink water anymore.
Wow.
Not enough.
Water is
drink
for
enough,
goats
yeah.
and for cows.
Oh, really?
Yes. And when you want to show the world, oh, look, I'm healthy, you walk with a bottle around. But normally you buy an AA or you buy all this. Yes.
Really?
Oh, sure. Water is to show off. Look how healthy I am. But I got a Coca-Cola in my back pocket.
Oh my God.
Yes.
These days, it has become poisonous.
And
It's also with juices. People think
Yeah.
juices are fine, but juices
Yes.
is like sugar. It's in your body. It works like sugar. So they say, no, I don't do cola, and I only use orange juice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, okay, that's no difference. It doesn't
That's
make
true.
any
I
difference.
went I went to Nigeria.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Nigeria anyway. So I went to Nigeria. So I see that when my relatives come to visit me, then you say, oh, please, what would you like to drink? Oh, give me juice. I said, what do you mean by give me juice?
Yeah.
Just give me juice. They have graduated from Coca-Cola, Fanta, because the Fanta is not like what you have here. It's
Okay.
totally different, okay?
Yeah.
So if it's not Coca-Cola, it's Fanta. But now, give me juice. Give me juice. I said, the juice also has
Yeah.
Of course.
sugar,
Yes, and
lots
people
of sugar in
think,
it.
Yeah.
So
It's the
from
healthy
they
fruit,
said,
option.
no,
so
it's
bad.
not
It's
healthy,
not.
it's fruit. Give
It's
me
not
juice.
It's not, give me juice to wash away the food. Give me a juice to wash away. Give me the Coca-Cola because then the bread goes easier down. And you as a dietist know that you learn people not to drink while you're eating.
Oh, really?
Well, have a
Excuse
little
me?
bit of water with your meal, but not just go with pints and pints of water.
Why?
It's just because it can sort of has effect on your digestive juices as well, and just have your water between meals. That's the best idea to do it, and not just drink overly on with meals.
I don't say that.
This
No?
is so
No.
funny.
Only if
This
people
is
have
very, very
the
funny
operation,
to,
then-
Yeah.
to
then,
those who are watching us all over the world, because when you are coming from the sunny part of the world, the tropicals, you can't tell somebody be eating and not be drinking.
Well, depend on how much you drink, of course, as well. Of course, you can.
Wow.
You're allowed to have some.
No, I'm sorry,
some
Mr. Red,
drink.
because I grew
Absolutely.
up, my grandmother used to sit and she said, you eat first and then you drink. That was the old way because also it
kids.
had to do maybe with being poor, that you could you get one cup of tea, you get one cup of tea. You know, there was not a whole bottle of Coca-Cola waiting for you when you eat one bread. So at least that's what I've been growing up. But of course, with my eating habits, I totally throw that out of the window.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't recognize what you're saying.
No?
Oh,
No?
Okay.
no. So that's the case.
For me, it's when you eat. When I advise my clients when they eat. Just be mindful of what you're eating. You know, smell your food, taste your food, chew well as well, because it all
Chew well.
Exactly.
chew well, because it all starts your digestive system
Okay.
to work properly as well. Take your time to eat, and if you want something to drink, go for it. You know, but don't not necessarily drink loads and loads of water as well. Just take your time to eat and enjoy it as well.
What do you mean by really taking time? That means you have to
I mean, like, not
lay the
eating.
table and
Exactly.
then have
So
enough
if
time.
don't have
You have
breakfast
enough
on
time
the
to come
way
and
to
sit
the
on the
train.
table. And
Don't,
what do you mean?
don't run in it. Don't eat
Don't have
standing up.
breakfast standing
Yeah,
alone or
absolutely.
walking to your work but just
Don't sit next to
down.
a computer or
If
television
if
to
you look
eat.
At,
Oh, really?
Yes, because it makes you maybe eat more as well. When you're watching TV, you're just eating more. Maybe you're getting some more food out.
Yeah.
Don't
but you,
eat.
I have
yeah.
to
Go on.
interrupt you because you said that. What I'm not agreeing with you, because you said no, I advise people to drink and eat, but isn't
no,
that
I don't say advice. No. That's
Oh,
not what I say.
okay,
I
what
say
you said.
I just leave it to them. And if they had an operation, then there are strict rules for that, because then you can't if you fill your stomach with water, then you can't eat. So, and it's important to eat at least 6 times a day then. But if it's no problem, if people aren't overeating or aren't having any problems by eating and drinking together.
But isn't not that? Sorry, I interrupt you.
That's
But
okay.
it's not true that when you take a bite and you chew 2 times and you swallow it with
No,
water.
that's not what I mean. That's not
But
what I mean.
that's if you say like I don't mind to drink. That's
Yeah.
the same.
That's
So
what
maybe
you're making of it, but it's not what I'm saying.
yeah,
As-
but that's the easy way to eat a lot.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
that's what I
No,
did.
but I too
is-
say you have to eat properly, you have to chew,
Yeah.
and you have to take the time, and you have to sit down. So it's not that.
And that
taking
is a
glass of
different-
water is a different. But if I eat, I put the water there, and I eat something, and then I talk a bit, and then I drink a bit, and then that's what I mean. Why?
Also, you
by-
don't advise to eat and drink at the same
no,
time.
No,
Okay,
no.
okay.
But I thought I heard you say, well, you can't have any drink with your meal, and that's where I'm not agreeing.
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
not completely.
Yeah, then we're
Well,
fine.
yeah, and it doesn't have. Okay, well.
I think it's
you're right.
important. It's what we're saying is just take your time, enjoy your food. Don't eat in front of computer or TV.
Yeah, exactly.
And also
And,
with children, it's really
yeah.
proven that if you go sit down with the children and have a proper meal, it makes them less obese.
Absolutely.
Just 5 minutes
Yeah.
on the table, it really makes a difference in their weight.
Really?
Yes.
It's been proven.
Yeah.
It's really
Does it
proven.
also make the difference in the life of their parents?
Yeah, sure. If
Absolutely.
it's good for them,
Yeah.
it will be good for you too. Sure.
Wow, that's good.
And also, because of what Sanna said, if you go and sit down, you're eating with all the senses, and then you get more satisfied, more satisfaction from it. So you can eat less. And if you have a conversation at the table, because you're sitting down with the family, then probably it will slow down the pace in which you're eating. So
Yeah.
then satisfaction takes about a quarter of time, a quarter of an hour. So it has to go to the brain, a signal, and then the brain has to signal back, okay,
Yes.
this is enough.
Yeah.
And if you're eating, take more time for having your food.
But there are
then
people who are so
it's
used
coming
to
back.
eating so fast, you know. So now they have grown. I don't know whether they will be able to adopt this system we are talking
There's
about.
a difficult trick. So you take knife and fork, and you have, even if you have bread, you take one piece, you lay down the knife and fork, you chew and you eat and you swallow, and then you take it again, and that automatically slows down the pace. But it's really hard if you're used to eating fast. But it starts with that you want to change something. It starts, and then the easy part is that if you slow down, you can have less food and be equally satisfied. So you won't lose anything. You will still be satisfied, but by slowing it down, you can do with less food, and then you will lose weight. So, but you have to make the first thing is that you have to decide that you want to lose weight, and then you look for easy ways to do it.
Wow.
And take your time. Take
Absolutely.
your time when you.
It
when
won't
you
happen
eat.
overnight. These all changes won't happen overnight.
Okay.
So you, like Caroline says, she works with people for years and years and years. So all these changes won't happen overnight. So
Yeah.
you just have to train yourself to eat
Okay.
again.
Wow.
Yeah, you can also, because you said with knife and fork, I learned that too in one of the many diets. But what I have now is that I take the bread in my hand and I break it and then I'll put it in my mouth.
Yeah.
You know, it's also the same
a good
like
idea.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You slow down by
You-
Yeah.
you-
that.
that-
That's
exactly,
what you're
that's
doing.
true. Slow down.
Yeah. And
Well,
you
I
should
think,
find a way
uh,
that's
We have to
suitable
talk
for
about
you.
it here, still now.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I got the.
It's so awesome.
There's a lot
Well,
of
we
audience
would,
now.
we will soon be rounding up because of time.
Yes.
But we would like to know the advice you have for those who have listened to this program. What is the advice you are giving to our audience today?
Well, my point one would be eat real food. Like don't buy stuff from the packets. Go to the food shop, look at what you're normally buying, and just buy the fresh stuff. I'm taking fruits and vegetables, good quality meat and fish and eggs, and start from that. And when you do buy something in a packet, just read the label. And if it's over 5 ingredients, just don't buy it. And if you don't understand what it says on the label, don't buy it.
Don't buy. Wow.
Simple thing.
And I say, being big, being overweight is a family matter. It's a family. It's a village matter. It's a country matter. It's not a one person matter.
Exactly. Yes, I think so too.
That's what I have to say about
Yeah,
it.
but that's just a statement. But what advice do you have for them?
Well, if you look around you and don't judge, ask, talk with people, because it's always, because now we're talking about the person who's obese. Let's talk about the you, because you're also a part of it.
Yeah.
And maybe it's good to put your hand, we say it, and zet je hand in je eigen boezem, just to say, what am I doing to help, or what am I bringing to the table?
Yes.
Why am I cooking for 40 people and I know that only 20 people are coming? So why I'm giving everybody a bakje mee to take home?
Really?
Yes. It's
Oh my
simple.
God. You know, that was, they don't need to have their, we call it doggy bag.
Yes.
They don't need to
Yes.
have that anymore.
No doggy bag. Let's make an appointment. No doggy bag. If you have 20 people, make one cake. You don't have to make 3 cakes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Frank. So, Caroline, please.
My advice would be take small steps, so then you can succeed. If you are taking a package of cookies every day and you think, okay, wait, I want to do something, you leave one out, you throw it in the binge, and then you go and sit down for the other ones, and you compliment yourself because you've made a difference.
Yeah.
And the smaller the difference, as long as you can succeed, then you'll be able to walk, and then you will succeed in the bigger goal.
Thank you so much for being with us. So now I give you just 1 minute, Frank. To
1 minute.
what is this?
I'm
One
talking-
second, 1 second, please. What is this all about? This.
Well, this is, I hope I can do it in 1 minute because I'm an actor. And when I was in the process of losing all that weight, I said, I'm not going to be an actor because I was famous about being big and I could dance. So I said, when I was in the medical all thing, I said, I'm going to stop. Till a psychologist said to me, no, Frank, you're going to be a different actor. And why don't you make a play about your life? What's happening with you and how the development goes. So that's why I start to make a play and tell my story, to tell my painful story, but also there is also a lot of jokes in the story. And because I think that food is just a little part, the big part is the head. And that's why I called it kop hunger, because the hunger never goes away. I cannot eat that a lot anymore, but I'm still thinking about 2 cakes. You know, I cannot eat that anymore, so it still goes there, and that's why I need all this psychology help. I need these professionals to keep me on a path.
Wow.
And that's my play about. And I think that my play is like, I want to tell people my story, and I don't want to tell them with a pointing finger. What I want to tell them, please don't let it come that far.
Yes.
And so that's why I made a pact with Stadsdeel Zuidoost en de GGD, Juan Walter en Oscar Hulsje, to bring this play in the Bijlmer. But not only as a play, but with randprogrammering, we call it. There is a lot more going on. You can weight yourself. I think these 2 ladies I'm inviting now to come also there. You know, so there's all to be.
Really?
You are also your group is invited because I'm going to play it 3 times. The first time is at 10 o'clock for mothers who just brought the kids. So because mothers are the most influenced one, and at 1 o'clock also one, and at 5 o'clock, and every time when we finish, I'm going to be in the saal to talk with. There's a professional, Juan Walter will be there to talk with people because it's not only obesity problem, it's a family problem because there are other problems that comes along. Talking about it, how do I say to you, Mr. Roy, I think you're a little bit big.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
nobody, my family always said to me that they saw me growing and growing. You know what I'm talking about. You see growing, but everybody. Did you see how Frank look at his clothes?
Okay, for the
Nobody
sake
saw.
of time, we're gonna because we have
Yeah.
another program coming up.
And-
so this program is coming up on Friday, the
18
18th September.
In Bijlmer Park Theater from
Bijlmer Park
10
Theater.
o'clock till about 7 o'clock. And you're welcome. There will be food because we have to eat.
Really?
We have to eat.
There will be
There
food.
will be food, but there will be little portion
Little
also.
portions
And
of food.
healthy portion. And there will be sport. There will be Nordic walking.
Yeah,
We will
yeah,
be
yeah.
doing. There will be salsa dancing.
Wow.
So please come in. And the 2 first shows are free. Everything is free, well, of course the food not. But we want to introduce Nordic walking. I know that there are some people doing Nordic
I
walking
do.
here.
Yes.
Yeah. So please come and we will how you say verloten, and we will give the yes. Yeah, no. We will
Give the
give
poles.
lot, and then after a while we will
Okay.
give the 20 sticks
Oh,
away
okay.
to people.
Oh, okay.
And there will
Okay.
be music, there will be dancing. So
All right. Let me give our panelists at least 1 second to tell us how they can be reached. If somebody will want to come to your consultancy, where do you
Well, they can contact me through my website,
website? Yes.
sannasamna.com.
Summer.
sannasamna.com.
SummerSummoner.com.
And you can also
SummerSummoner.com.
you can also find me on Facebook, Sanna Nutrition.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
So So that Sana, and the Sumner is SUMNER.
Yeah.
So that they can get it right.
Thank you.
.com. Otherwise, if that be too difficult for you, just give us a call. I believe Majesty TV will have the data of Sana. We have it already.
Sure.
On the radio too.
Great.
So you can go there and copy it. What about you, Miss Caroline?
Well, I'm a dietitian at Center.
Yes.
So
C Center.
C Center, or you could reach us at info@haardstay.nl. And
Info at Haste.
Haardstay.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yes. And there's also my number, my 06 number is 06
Go ahead.
259 259.
Only repeat it again.
06 30 259
259.
259. And on the website you also find a 020 number, so you can reach and then you come either with me or with my colleagues if you dial the 020 number.
Right.
Mr. Root, we didn't say that it's in Bijlmer Parktheater.
You
You
said
said
it.
it.
Oh, said that? Oh. You see, that's the way of being overweight.
So now you want
you
to say
forget.
something more? I think it's all right.
No, that's
Well,
Thank
those of
you.
you who have listened to us
Thanks
today,
for having us.
this has come to you under the courtesy of Majesty Christian Television Network. Remember, the topic once again was the psychology and discipline of having a healthy lifestyle. And these experts, I believe, they have really done their best. So let's just give them an applaud, and then we say bye to. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And remember, you can always watch this program again when you go to www.majestytv.org. Just click on the name, maybe Sana or Caroline or Frank.
You can always
Then
call me.
this program will just come up, and then you can listen to it. And remember to share it on Facebook to your fans and to your lovely ones who are obese. See you again, and keep watching Majesty. God bless you. Thank you, honey, for
Thank
being
you.
with us. Thank you, dear, for
Thank
being
you,
with us.
Ms. Joy.
Sweetheart, thank you for being with us.